Coming down to the wire here, and we've got just a few amazing matches lined up here for the fans. This is an absolutely packed house. I've got a very, very special guest with me, Lauren McLaughlin in the flesh. What's up?
House.
What are you up to?
Well, first of all, I want everyone to know, obviously, and you didn't mention quite yet that I am part of a Pickleball legacy family.
That is true.
Every member of my family plays. You might know the great Dan or Kate McLaughlin.
I love it.
So many medals hang in their closets. I've seen them in person, so I just want everyone to know just how important I am.
That's fantastic. Lauren and I have known each other through pickleball for probably about a year and a half, maybe. I don't know. I can't remember. Doesn't really matter. She is an absolute personality. I think we're going to be we've actually got a
Speaking
picture.
of Dan McLaughlin.
Let me slide over just slightly here. All right, that's a big-time close-up right
Dan
there.
McLaughlin, we were just speaking of, also a pickleball photographer as well. He's
How
been
crazy
covering
is that?
all of these matches, all of those amazing pictures that you see on Facebook. He probably took those.
He has absolutely been doing a phenomenal job with his photography. That camera is massive, by the way. The lens on that thing is so big.
That's one of his tiny lenses. So you don't even know, Scott.
What?
You don't even know.
That's incredible. All right, back to the action here. We've got Eden Lica, who's a fellow Monarch-sponsored player.
It's like he's one of your
He's
teammates.
one of my own. He's one of my own. And then you've got Joey Farias, which I've been working on that for 3 days.
That sounded nice.
That did. That had a good, nice
Mm-hmm.
roll off the tongue
I
there.
liked it.
Thank you for that, Lauren. We've got a great singles matchup in front of us. It's early here. We've got about a minute and a half have ticked off the clock so far. It's 1-1. Eden, because I've been making that mistake a lot.
Oh, yeah.
He never corrected me, by the way,
I
Lauren.
probably would have got that wrong as well. So I feel like probably a common mistake, but
It very much is.
putting it out there.
He's been so friendly. He's never told me that I've been saying his name wrong for about a year now.
You know.
But Eden is from Romania originally, came over to the United States and played pro tennis.
Yeah, big tennis circuit.
Absolutely. He's one of the only junior Romanian tennis players on the junior circuit to beat Rafael Nadal.
No. When was
Little
that?
known fact that not many people probably know.
I know, that's very impressive. I don't care when it was.
Yeah, see?
I mean,
I'm here for the here for the info, the inside scoop.
I learned so much from you, Scott. It's just like a wealth of knowledge.
It's just what I do, Lauren. All right, here we go. We got. Okay, so that ball hit just a little long.
There is quite the crowd this evening as well. This place is packed.
My goodness, this is an unbelievable packed house here. The fans really engaging and staying into the point. See, right there, as Eden hits an inside-out backhand slice past Joey, which is not easy to do, by the way.
Gosh, these
The
single
crowd
matches have
loving
been
it.
out of control. Like, these guys and ladies,
It makes
so
me
impressive.
tired just watching
It's so
it.
impressive.
Yeah. You know, and I got to tell you, I've played singles in pickleball, and it's exhausting.
Oh, yeah, I can't even. I mean, I'm not old, but I'm definitely old enough where I'm too old for that. It's too much.
You got to know your
can't
role.
do it.
You got to know your role.
Yeah, it's true.
It
I've
is
also
fun,
been
though.
told by, particular people in my life that when I play doubles that I waddle up to the kitchen line. So, I feel like if I can't even get up there
In
a
doubles.
hurry in doubles, singles, nope, not happening.
Probably not happening.
Yep.
All right, it's 3-3. Eden serving to Joey here.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a good shot. So one thing you'll notice is, contrary to the last game that we just saw, where both players were just going sideline to sideline over and over with just fast pace, agility, all that stuff, endurance, Eden relies more on his precision of his shots.
Yeah.
So basically what I'm getting at is, if he gets a shot and it hangs up there a little too much and the opponent puts it away, he's not going to use all that energy on that specific point, because he needs to conserve the energy for later in the
pick
game.
and choose like which shots you're like really gonna.
And
go
he does. He does. If he runs percentages in his head, and it happens at a very rapid rate.
Sure.
And what that means is basically once he hits a shot and he realizes it's not going to be a good enough shot, he may not exert enough that energy to go get that one particular ball, because he needs to have that energy later in the match when the 20 minutes is coming down to the wire. So Eden, I keep messing that up. Eden has worked extremely hard on his cardio, and the reason I bring that up is because he is one of the guys in the event who's got a frame at 6'5", 240.
Oh yeah, like you look at him and you're like, oh, that guy doesn't look like maybe he's just gonna like sprint around the court all day.
Exactly, but he moves extremely
Oh, yeah.
well. But I say that about him because I just don't want people to think that he's being lazy, not going for it. It's very calculated.
Oh yeah.
He's going to conserve his energy because he did run out of gas in some of his early pickleball tournaments where he was playing some of the top competition. And the only reason he wasn't in that game late is because his gas tank was empty. So that's what we're going to see him do there.
I feel like singles takes just so much more strategy. Not that doubles doesn't, but like you just like every shot's got to like have so much thought to it.
Yeah, certainly. Absolutely. That's so true. And, singles is just not only physically exhausting, but it also can be mentally exhausting, having to stay focused and dialed in this long. A 20-minute singles match with a running clock is not easy to sustain that endurance the whole time. So I've been very impressed with the pro athletes that have been playing singles all 3 days of this event.
And I mean, there's this, and then most of them obviously are going on to play the Open. So
yeah, that's another thing that I'm
this is
glad you
their
brought
warm-up.
up. Yeah, they're just getting a good warm up. Luckily, we're inside in a controlled environment.
That's true.
With some AC, but in a couple days, actually, matter of fact, specifically Sunday is the men's and women's Open Pro division for the big U.S. Open. So these guys are going to have to bounce back pretty quick after this event ends.
And it's going to be toasty out there.
Absolutely. Wow, that ball dropped at the last second. I think the bottom just fell out because I'll be completely honest. When Eden hit that ball, I actually thought that was going to go long.
I thought that was too. That was
very impressive there.
Great shot. I mean, 4-5. This is a close match.
Yeah, and there's another roll by
shot.
Eden, and what signature shot from Eden is? I'm sorry, it's been a long day. His signature shot is the ability to hold that till the last second and then roll it away from where his opponent's actually going. So he waits till the opponent makes a decision and then goes the opposite.
Oh, no. It's
Joey,
so hard to see all that effort, and then it's just like, oh no, the easy one.
It can be a little deflating right there on that, but you know what? All right, we got a timeout called. Looked like a little grimace by Eden right there. I don't know if
little
maybe
cramp, maybe a
cramp
little,
or possibly pulled a muscle slightly, or maybe just tweaked something.
That's honestly, I watch these guys play singles and ladies, and the exertion that they have all over, like how they're not like pulling muscles, and just like speaks to their athleticism.
It's crazy
because you're just like it hurts me just watching. They're like, you see pictures where like
keep going, Lauren. You're fine.
We got
like, Byron Frezzo.
He's so captivating. I was like, oh, Byron's talking. Let me be quiet. He's speaking. It's important.
Well, he asked about did anybody in the crowd like Elvis Presley, and I don't know if people didn't hear him or if they just were shy.
He's singing now. Oh, Byron. Woo!
15 seconds.
I love how he yells 15 seconds between his Elvis Presley singing. One thing I want to do while we got a quick second here during the timeout is I want to talk about Eden Lica and Joey Farias. They're number 23 and number 4 rated players in the global pickleball ranking system. If you're not familiar with that system,
I am not.
That ranking system, you need to go to www.pickleballglobal.com and check that out. It's an amazing software that they utilize here at the Tennis and Pickleball US store. And I believe this software is going to gain a lot of traction in pickleball. We're bringing a lot of awareness to that with this event. And really excited about helping them get this thing going here.
So is this like for everyone? So if like I go check my ranking, I'm going to be like 8,332nd in the world?
Well, they do have some criteria that you have to meet, so you may not actually have a ranking in their system. But if you have played in one of their events and you've done well or done okay, you will quite possibly have a ranking. And it's not just for the pros, like you brought up. Actually, in the contrary, everybody that qualifies for the criteria in this software will get a ranking. And I am actually the #1 rated pickleball player in the state of Alabama.
I'm not surprised. Everyone knows Scott Golden.
It's not much to brag about, Lauren, but it's a little.
#1 in anything. I could be like, do you know what? I'm the #1 pickleball player in the world on the street that I live in. So I'm pretty impressed with that.
Touche.
You gotta take those wins where you can get them, Scott.
That's right. All right, Lauren, we've come down to the 10-minute mark. Basically, what the ref does is at 10 minutes, because it's a 20-minute timed match, halfway through the time, he's going to ask the players to switch sides, and they're going to play out the rest of the match on the opposite end of where they started. Also, if you look on the screen real quick, guys, we've got the East versus West statistics for the event. It is in complete control of Team West with 65 total points for the event.
West, it was a little close that first day, but then the West kind of ran away with it.
Absolutely. Yeah, Team East with 31, so they doubled up on points from Team West.
Now, I know me personally, I was a little confused about how we went about creating Team East and West. Is it like where people are based, their location?
Yeah, so I think it is based on where they're living currently.
Okay. And
they kind of split the U.S., I guess, down the middle, 50-50.
Okay.
So, Adam Stone, for example, lives in Texas. He's on the East Coast. The East team. You've got somebody that lives out in Washington, like Tyson McGuffin, or, Idaho. He's going to be on the West team. There's a few, I guess you could have some, on the fence type things.
Okay.
They might be able to decide if that's the case, if it's really, really close there. But all right, Eden down 3 with 8.5 minutes to go. Wow, Joey choosing to let that ball go.
Ooh, those are rough ones when you are like, you feel like it's out and you let it go and then it like drops right in the back and you're just like,
It's always a little disheartening when you let it go and realize it drops in. All right, so Joey getting up there to the kitchen and just dominating that point right there, able to put that forehand away past Eden. And again, Eden's not going to waste unnecessary energy on a shot that he doesn't think percentage-wise he's going to be able to get back. And it's just a difference in style. It's not that he's lazy or that he doesn't want to go after those. It's just that he plays, like I said, on precision.
Oh, yeah.
And he takes his percentages very serious with this, and he's not going to waste any unnecessary energy in his gas tank. So, boy, that ball right there was hit very clean by Joey Farias. Eden actually, I keep saying that, guys, sorry. Eden keeps going to the right there, and then Joey able to go behind him. Gosh, Joey really feeling it right now, Lauren.
Yeah, he's just getting some fire shots right now.
I've seen this out of Joey for the last 3 days. Joey will kind of feel the opponent out. He kind of starts kind of steady and slow, and all of a sudden he just ramps it up and hits these crazy runs through the middle of a match.
Ooh.
Boy, he fired that ball. He took a big step. If you're not here live, you probably didn't hear it on the live stream, but Joey took one giant step, stomped down, and fired that ball at Eden. But he was able to, block it back the other direction and get the side out.
I feel like, that this is the end of the third day. Everyone's just like, you can tell that everyone's kind of, getting
been
a
a
little
long
tired,
3 days.
Getting a little worn down. I feel like you got to really, think through your shots now.
I agree.
Of just, maybe yesterday everyone was, really, running all over, and now it's about, I got to put the shot where I need to put it.
Absolutely,
to,
yeah.
end this
by
point
day
and not
3,
exert
you're
a bunch of energy.
Yeah, clearly, yeah. They've used a lot of energy over the last 3 days to compete hard for their teams.
Oh, good effort.
Too good by Eden Lica right there. Joey opting for a timeout at the 6-minute mark.
Up 14-8.
So, Lauren, I was talking to your boyfriend, Salenko, the other day.
I don't know what you're
Kyle
talking about.
Salenko.
Who's that? What?
Kyle,
I don't
what's
know
up?
him.
I'm pretty sure Kyle's probably listening right now.
He might be.
I'm going to go in and assume that he is. And I found out that you and Kyle are playing in a small tournament tomorrow, in fact, together. Is that right?
It's been a fabulous 3 days of pickleball.
It's my birthday on Sunday.
How many of you have been
Birthday girl?
all 3 days?
Yes, so it's a little early. And actually,
Yeah, the camera person,
playing
one
with
person
me in
over
this
there.
tournament is my
Yeah,
birthday
2,
present.
3,
That's awesome. That's so cool.
4.
But I told him he's not allowed to
But
get
we've
mad
had
at
some
me
fantastic
for
pickleball
literally
here.
any reason.
I mean,
He
these
would
guys
never.
have
Because it's
really
my
put on the
birthday.
He
show
would
so
never,
far, and I
especially
hope you're
because it's your
enjoying it.
birthday.
You know,
15 seconds.
he's a pro light sponsored player.
How many of you guys know that this guy was the junior champion in his home country?
You
No,
Decent.
okay.
Croatia
I mean,
or Romania? My bad. All right, there we go.
Carry this team.
my back's gonna be hurting.
I love it.
But yeah, so he is. Oh no, what happened here?
All right, so we got a show of sportsmanship right there by Joey. Joey could have opted to take that point. He did not. And the reason he chose not to is because Joey is a first-class guy. Basically, Eden decided to take the start his serve before the referee finished the score call. And in a real intense tournament, Joey might not give him that benefit, but with the crowd here, and it's a good event that to show some good sportsmanship.
Yeah, for sure.
I just love what Joey did with that.
Yeah, that was great. Oh, good.
Good
effort.
try there by Eden to
But
try to get
speaking
that
of
ball
this
over.
little tournament that we're playing in, a little birdie also tells me you're playing in that tournament in the same division, and there's a chance we may meet on the battlefield.
Well, I actually
Sir
requested
Golden.
you guys for the first round tomorrow morning. Oh, wow,
Well,
that was pretty right there. Back to the
Looks
action
like
real quick.
The draws are out, and you gotta win your first match to get to us.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Little pressure's on, but I hope you're bringing your golden axe to the battlefield, as it were.
Of course.
Slay some dragons.
The golden axe will be in. Oh, man. The crowd not sure what to say on that shot right there. Joey dropped it right on the baseline, and everybody kind of
From
stunned.
this angle, I couldn't tell if it was in or not.
I feel like Eden keeps grimacing. I feel like he might have
I
tweaked.
know that. Yeah, I
I'm
think
not
one
going to say
before.
pulled something, but tweaked something.
Yeah,
possibly.
definitely. Yeah, it's definitely struggling a little.
Yeah, and here's the thing: the U.S. Open is coming up in 2 days.
you don't
He
wanna-
doesn't want to do anything that's going to cost him an opportunity to compete on the biggest stage in pickleball. So,
Exactly.
maybe it might be best at this point that he continue to just try to hit some precision shots and not necessarily push too hard. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but I'll try to ask him during the interview.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully, it doesn't look too serious. Hopefully, it's just sort of a little tweak of something that just needs a little rest tonight, and he'll be good as new.
Absolutely. Yeah, and typically a lot of times during competition, you'll get a tweak here or there.
Oh, sure.
You sleep on it, get some good rest, and the next day you wake up and you're perfectly fine. So more than likely it's not anything. All right, we're down under 3 minutes. Joey Farias in complete control of the singles match. Also, Team West in complete control of the team aspect of this event. That woman over there just got hit in the kneecap by that ball, and she actually was very shocked that the ball hit her. It didn't hurt, but it caught her off guard, I think, just a little.
Well, if she's a pickleball player, I feel like we're all just sort of used to how that ball feels when it hits us.
Oh,
now.
absolutely. If you've played pickleball for any length of time, we've all been hit, either in the
yeah,
face,
absolutely.
shoulders, chest, legs, hand, arm, you name it.
There's a fun little thing we like to say back in the Midwest, where if you get hit in the foot with a Dura ball, you're getting a Dura pedicure. That's a Dura pedicure right there.
A Dura pedi.
Might have come about from a little Chucky Feinstein.
And Chuck Feinstein, one of my favorites. From the Midwest. All right, so we got a side out. Joey's still in control here at 17-10. We're basically dwindling down to about a minute and 10 seconds here. Neither player is allowed to use a timeout under 2 minutes, so we're going to see the completion of this match. I think Eden's kind of conceding at this point. He's got to think about
saving some energy, just sort of letting the time run down.
and he's got to consider his health for the U.S. Open.
Absolutely.
So, he's going to keep competing hard, but he's just not going to do anything that's going to jeopardize his chances Sunday in the men's pro division at the U.S. Open.
Oh, great return.
Side out.
You know, I was here last night watching as well, and the crowd was a bit more animated last night than they are now. I feel like everyone's very a little more focused on watching the action
I
this
agree.
evening.
Yeah, I agree. Well, also some of that has to do with the intensity of the match itself.
True.
So this match has lost a little of its intensity at the
That's
moment. And some of the matches, though, they were going crazy.
Oh,
The
man.
Frank Anthony
Ooh.
Davis-Tyler Loong match was a standing ovation for those two
Oh,
players.
wow.
All right, that is the sounding buzzer for that match. We've got Joey Farias coming out on top, 19-11. Lauren McLaughlin, I am so happy that you joined me. This has been a
Absolutely.
year in the making, probably. It's the first time that we've ever met in person, and it
So
happened to
true.
be at one of the coolest events that I've been a part
You
of.
know, all that I had hoped.
All right, guys, we are back live with Joey Farias. Joey, that was a great display of athleticism and sportsmanship from you. I want to touch real quick on something that happened during that match that we don't see every day. I mean, Eden was starting his serve before the ref finished the call of the score. You could have opted to take that point on the side out, but you didn't. What was with that?
Well, it was right after a timeout. It gets a little confusing sometimes when we're tired out there working our butts off to run down as many balls, and then you get time in called, and he goes, "Okay, ready," and then sometimes you feel like that's the time for you to serve. So Eden's pretty new to this game, and he served it. So either way, if Byron would have, elected to give me the side out, I would have just missed my serve and given it back because it's just you don't want to win that way, Doesn't matter what situation. If I was up by 9 or down by 9, it's just the right thing to do, I feel.
That's awesome, man. And that's why I wanted to touch and highlight that, because you're a first-class guy on and off the court, and you just display that over and over to the fans and the people watching. Congratulations on that big win, man. Team West is in complete control. We're going to bring Eden Lica with his awesome pink Monarch shirt, by the way. I've been meaning to tell you, I really, really like that. I wasn't well, yeah, you can give me one. If you could put an order in for me, that'd be great. I like that you're sporting that, man. It looks really good on camera, too, by the way.
Thank you. So, I mean, what can I tell about this game? Unfortunately, I pulled a muscle. I heard like a noise, boom. And it's pretty bad. I mean, I have to go and see a doctor, right now. I couldn't play. It happened, the score was like 4-3 when it happened. But it's really, really bad. I barely can walk, to be honest. I don't know what am I gonna do. I have to go now and see a doctor and to see because in like 2 days we have the U.S. Open. I'm very concerned about that, to be honest.
Yeah, I actually was going to ask you about that. It did look like you tweaked it, and to be honest with you, I could tell you pulled off the throttle a little bit, and for good reason. We were actually, if you go back and watch that, you'll see us commentating on that. Basically, I noticed that you pulled back. You've got to, watch out for your health and safety because the U.S. Open's so close.
I stretched 30 minutes before every game. I did a pretty pretty good warm up every single time, but I pull a muscle. So I will see. I'll see what I can do. I'm gonna go see a doctor and I'm gonna let you know.
All right. Thanks so much, Eden, for that update. And
Welcome to Tennis and Pickleball US in Bonita Springs, Florida, where you can get the latest paddles, rackets, shoes, accessories, and clothing.
We've got over 4,000 square feet of nothing but pickleball and tennis.
One of the best parts about our store is that you can try out anything you'd like on the court or in the hitting lane behind us. Make sure it's something that you like. Maybe you're here on vacation, you decide you want to purchase something later, you can always visit the online store as well, tennis-us.com. If you've never played pickleball before, this is a great place to come and learn. We have a full-time pro on staff, Jonathan Andrews, also known as Johnny Pickleball. If you want to learn, you can do that right here by taking lessons, group lessons, clinics for beginners. We do it all here at Tennis and Pickleball US. Come and see us.
Yeah.
Come and see us.